everyone, and welcome back to the Unmitigated Mess. That is the women's MyRise story here in WWE 2K24 with Christina Bennett. I had to take a breaksy poo in between the last mess and this next mess. Whatever we're going to end up in, I had to quickly search online how much more we had left in the story, and thankfully we do not have much more in the story. So this could be the last episode. This could not be the last episode, but we've still got 4 stories left. I'm presuming that this is it. I feel like we have just been going around in circles. It's like they kept trying to put on all these different hats on us. We still haven't had a solid standout feud yet with anybody. We're finally getting our first whiff at a title. We had some different characters, but nothing has stuck. What is our identity? What is our purpose? Can we just write ourselves off here for 6 months to go film a movie and come back? I don't know, but you betcha. We are going to be hard at work trying to figure out what to do after this. Either way around, last episode, Christina Bennett somehow became the general manager of Monday Night Raw for all of a week or something like that, and really butchered Survivor Series to the point where Becky Lynch is now injured. Shotzi had a crazy huge tank crash into War Games, and Regal's thankfully back, and he rewarded our hard efforts with a title opportunity against Bianca, simply because, well, we were on the winning side of War Games. We have maxed out our defense. We still have 12 more points left. We only have 5 more spots left to get any and all attribute points. We've got a handful of stories left, and we need to continue the story while we continue telling other people's stories, not having a story of our own, except everything that we have tried. We have went through the process, and maybe this is the thing. What if this is really a prequel for us to kind of create something afterwards? What if it's we tried all these different things and nothing worked out, so we have to ultimately kind of piece everything together? I don't know what to expect. Let's get things moving along. Here we go with the so-called major announcement.
This is a good news, bad news kind of night. And I've always been a bad news first kind of girl. So here goes. With our fearless leader, William Regal, returned, looking quite tan, might I add, the time has come for me to step down as your Raw general manager.
Yeah, you did such a great job. She's such a great job. At least it was exciting.
Right, so there may have been some mixed opinions on my stint as GM.
Yeah, your 1-week stint as GM.
Because we all know where I really belong, which is fighting in a WWE ring.
With what character, you know?
Which is why I'm pleased to announce, given Becky's unfortunate medical status, at the hands of someone who William Regal has assured me will be dealt with, the Real Suits have decided to name a new #1.
So you're going up against the Suits and being a rule breaker this whole time, and yet you're going along with this. Huge news for the Women's World title. This is a mess.
Championship match is happening right now.
After all this confusion around Survivor Series, we're finally getting to see Bianca defend her championship. What a mess this has all been.
So, Bianca Belair, let's...
Oh, this woman will not stop coming after the captain. I don't know, Saxon. Her grievance was big enough to get her to take down the War Games cage with the tank.
Friend. Give it a rest, Shotzi. Haven't you done enough at this point?
I think what you meant to say is, thank you for making me #1 contender, Shotzi. Sorry you hurt your leg in that unfortunate tank incident.
Which she caused herself?
Wait. How did you get hurt when you were driving the tank?
Great question.
Is this really all because I didn't give you proper credit for your terribly original idea of let's have a War Games match at Survivor Series?
And didn't even put me in the match. But no, this isn't an isolated incident. This, apparently, is just what you do.
We're getting backstory.
Playing in other people's sandboxes, stealing other people's ideas, and jumping every line. You may have William Regal fooled, but not me, and not the locker room.
Oh, I'm sure, Shotzi.
Cutting lines might work in TBD, but in WWE, there are consequences.
So basically, this entire time, we haven't learned a single thing. We have not learned a single freaking thing. There's Bayley. Bayley from behind. Shotzi's found an ally who's not okay with being skipped over for a Women's World Championship match. I don't blame her. It was supposed to be either Bayley or Becky. Kept weaseled in there. Oh, God. Just write her off. Write her off for 6 months. I mean, again, this is all not adding up. This is not adding up whatsoever. None of this is adding up. So what we basically went through with our career shadowing was just us wasting time so we could just continue to do the same thing over and over again. Like, this was just dumb. I don't understand this. I mean, usually I am very much on board with the women's MyRises, but it's like we were going somewhere with those character arcs. Even the brutality one was at least something kind of different. You know, it could have been a little bit better fleshed out. You know, we could have went somewhere with that, I'm sure, but like, we're just back to doing what we've always done. We haven't learned a single thing, and we're letting everybody kind of just walk all over us. Oh, Christina Bennett. I miss Hollywood Bennett already, I really do. Now, I will say I have been playing through this, like, all within, like, a handful of days. So, there's that. So, a lot of this is still really fresh in my brain when I'm recording this, thankfully. But my god, this has been brutal. The fall from grace for Christina Bennett. What, this iteration, just, I don't know about this. We're gonna have to get really creative if we are going to be steering the sinking ship. So I don't know what's gonna all go down, because it sounds like we are self-sabotaging ourselves and all of our progress per usual. And I'm not about to have our girl do that, because she's so capable of doing great things, and it's frustrating me beyond no end. An incredible victory for the captain here tonight. She certainly solidified her position as the #1 contender. Oh, there goes Shotzi now, from behind with that crutch. She was just pulling all her legs, Cole. Shotzi laying the boots in now. Compared to the tank, this is nothing. Finally, the referee is getting control of the situation. She's using her crutch on her throat. Shotzi wasn't done. Oh! Russian leg sweep with the crutch. Oh yeah, now we're gonna be out. We're gonna be out. At least Shotzi's made her point now. We can finally get on to the business of the Women's World Championship next week. I'm not so sure, Byron. Neither am I. Based on what Shotzi said earlier, I doubt this has satisfied her desire for revenge. She's on a mission. What if it was Geneva that was up to all the shenanigans that we're getting accused of? Okay, so Bianca has our back for whatever reason. So, I mean, it sounds like it might have just been one little thing that went down, and like Shotzi's blowing it out of proportion, or maybe it's Geneva or somebody else on our roster that like has been doing all the string pulling, and we just got the blame for it. Maybe that's why we need to stick up for ourselves for once. I know we're supposed to be on opposite sides heading into our matchup, but I gotta say I'm not a fan of how Shotzi shut you down this week. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that either, or her crutch. But my advice, don't feed the troll. Whether Shotzi likes it or not, you're the #1 contender and I'm the champ. She's not in charge here. Say the word and you'll get your title opportunity next week. Word. I'm definitely saying the word. Then it's on. You'll regret it after I beat you. But it's on. See you at Raw. Wonder if you'll be so friendly after I have your championship. Oh boy. We're at TBD with Geneva. Oh no.
Does it look smaller?
Huh?
That's what kids always say when they come back home, right? They go off to the great wide world, come home, and everything looks small. Haven't seen you around here much lately.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little smaller? I was in the neighborhood. Figured I'd stop in to get a few reps in before my big match with Bianca.
Shotzi's not also in the neighborhood, is she? You know my insurance doesn't cover tanks.
I don't think you have to worry. Tanks don't get great gas mileage, so she probably won't come crashing through the wall. No promises, though.
And just when I was starting to feel nostalgic about you breaking things around here. How are you feeling after that crutch attack?
I'm fine. Can you believe Shotzi's still bitter you didn't book her in TBD?
See?
And now she's turning it into a whole thing about how I stole her so-called War Games idea.
In fairness, it's you who didn't want to book her.
What? Really?
I believe your words at the time were, "I'm not impressed."
That does sound like me. But I was probably just being flippant.
Being flippant without thinking that your actions could actually have consequences?
Shocking.
Yeah, definitely you. Then, on purpose or not, Shotzi effectively brings you up to the big leagues, and instead of any sort of thanks, you steamroll right into a fantastical whirlwind tour of all things WWE.
Let's be fair. I didn't steamroll right away. And Shotzi brought me to Raw so she could make an example of me.
Maybe, but is that also why she pitched you the idea for a War Games match when you were GM? A match you thought was a good enough idea to book, but then shut her out of?
I never said it was my idea. Besides, it wasn't a groundbreaking suggestion, and everything worked out.
Right, because I'm sure the WWE Universe saw the superstar GM announce the War Games match, put herself in it, and then thought, who else can I give credit to for setting up this awesome main event? It worked out for you. And now you get a championship match against Bianca Belair. Shotzi? Not so much.
Jeez, whose side are you on, Geneva?
You know whose side I'm on. That's why I gotta be straight with you, to make sure you get your head right so you can take that title from Bianca.
You know, after ignoring WWE for so long, becoming their champion is the only thing I can dream of.
This is a moment of destiny for a woman who spent years crisscrossing the world and honing her skills before finally arriving in the big leagues of the WWE. You can really feel electricity in the arena, Michael, so much so that we didn't even get an entrance. Waiting on the champion here. Champion got took out, probably. I don't think Bianca's the type to play mind games. Oh boy, here we go again. Shotzi's vendetta against the #1 contender continues. Of course it does, and it looks like she's had about enough of it.
No, guys, it's not what you think. I have a seriously heartwarming announcement. Bianca Belair can't be here tonight.
Shocker. Because Shotzi attacked her. This is the second time the #1 contender's match has been called off. Sound familiar?
No, I told you, it's actually heartwarming. Bianca was wrapping up an appearance at a nearby community center before the show when suddenly, out of nowhere, 3 buses of adorable children from a local school showed up, excited to meet the Women's World Champion.
Even the ref's like, what is
You know
this?
how Bianca is. She wouldn't leave until everyone got a picture and an autograph. How those buses showed up just in time to prevent Bianca from making it here.
I wonder who could be behind that.
We may never know. But Bianca just couldn't leave those sweet children hanging.
I don't know why we would boo that, but...
Are you seriously?
Right!
Booing children?
Right?
Wow. What a bloodthirsty bunch you all are. I did feel bad that you didn't have a match anymore tonight, though. Oh no, it's not me. I have the night off from in-ring action. Just
3?
like at War Games.
Oh
But
boy.
these 3 women do not.
The ghosts of her past. Jesus, we need a fresh start. We really need a fresh start. All because Christina Bennett wasn't impressed with Shotzi? This is why this is happening. But we've beaten all 3 of them. Here, this match is 3 busloads of children in the same day. So Shotzi's are super... So Shotzi's the final boss on paper. Nonetheless, it's going to be a huge fatal 4-way contest. Hooray! Alright, Liv Morgan drop-kicked us. Attempt to win the Fatal 4-Way. So if we don't win, that's okay by us. Ideally, we'd like to win it because momentum is important. But, like, my god. So, basically, we told Shotzi we weren't impressed. And I'm like, it's like, I get that how it would suck, but my god, like, that's unfortunately the reality of, like, just finding, you know, jobs and stuff like that. I'm just, like, over just not being impressed. Like, we can't fit everybody on the show, right? Like, we've got a certain budget. Maybe, you know, we were just low on the budget. I don't know. I feel like there's much more to the story than what we're getting into. And Geneva, I don't know. She seemed like she was taking Shotzi's side there for a quick cup of coffee. So, I don't know. I don't know if we can fully trust anybody at this point. I mean, maybe this is just a way for the fans to get behind us finally. Because we've had, like, zero reason for the fans to care about us at all. For the most part, I would say. I think we were getting somewhere with the Hollywood stuff. Maybe even, like, towards the end of the Supernatural bits. But we were behind a mask for much of that. I was gonna say, Liv is just kind of chilling out over there. She's not really doing much of anything. Okay, it took Rhea to break things up, even though Liv was quite clearly right there. Sounds about right. Sounds like about how these 2K things work. Love that for all of us. But yeah, what a mess of a storyline this has been. This has not been cohesive. Like, at all. Unless if there's some big revelations at the end. Because, I mean, Royal Rumble's right around the corner, right? And then you got the, WrestleMania shenanigans, I would think. I don't know. This is bizarre. We haven't wrapped up everything with Sally, except we're apparently on good terms again, which is good. Geneva, I don't know. She's kind of stirring up the pot a little too much for me to fully trust her at this point. Management, apparently they like us now, and we don't know why they like us all of a sudden. Maybe because we've been trying different things with them, and that's kind of what's worked out. You know, we did what we were told to do. Like, you know, try out the new things. Okay, let's go. Come on, ref, count. Count, ref, count! Oh, these referees, I'm telling y'all. Again, I'm recording this back on March 8th. Again, I don't know how long this is going to take for us to wrap up. I'm hoping sooner rather than later, because that way we can get to work on rehabilitating Christina Bennett, because our girl here has just been directionless this entire time, it seems like. I mean, I guess that we have to take a little bit of everything into our arsenal at this point, but it is what it is. But yeah, we didn't get to unlearn any bad habits. We didn't get to, like, really work our way up the card. Like, what is this? Like, I really mean it. What is this mess that we have been dragged into? Well, that's fine. I knew that was going to happen. Well, that one kind of haywire there. Okay, well, Rhea broke things up. I feel like we're really just rushing this ending. I don't know. This whole thing has been like, we need to discover who we are, and then we just kind of went... We negated all of that progress and ended up as the general manager, stunk up the joint, got a title match because we were on the winning War Games team, and suddenly we're liked by management, even though we just said screw management. Like, none of this is adding up. It's like, none of this works. None of this works at all. Again, the ref is just so slow. But I mean, hey, we got to try out some of the new game things, which was cool. Alright, Rhea, do we need to, like, put you away again? I think so. Oh, counter from Rhea. Come on, Bennett, you got this. I'm trying to concentrate, okay? I will not apologize for trying to concentrate. Oh, well, that's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, Rhea, we're back at it once again. Sneaky pin, come on, sneaky pin for the win. The ref's taking their good old time over here. Per usual. Love that for us. That's why I'm like, a submission win is probably best for us at this point. I mean, we're probably not going to get... Why are there rope breaks in this match? I'm trying to figure this out here. Okay, Liv, take out Asuka for me. Thank you. Okay, well, we just completely whiffed it. That's fine. We were early. It happens, right? Right. And again, I probably sound exhausted, and that's because this whole story mode has been exhausting. Again, I like the potential story that we had on our hands. You know, we had a protege. Our protege is doing better than us because she was always kind of herself. But she adapted to the WWE ways of things. I think that's important to mention, too. She adapted to WWE, and she just kind of stayed the course, whereas we did not stay the course. I'm at a point where I don't really care about this whole match. Just let me lose. Let me lose. We need a hard reset on Christina Bennett. Give us some of the stuff. We got zero sort of progress after all the stories that... You mean to tell me after we went through all the crap that we went through, we didn't grow as a performer or anything? Like, I don't get it. Like, again, we're our own worst enemy. So much potential, and yet we're just doing stupid stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's, like, fully stupid, but it's, like, not ideal, right? Right. My God, Christina Bennett, my God. Well, yeah, that referee's gonna take their good old time. Oh, perfect. Well, we won. That's great. I know I'm not really chatty. Again, we weren't really trying to win, but it helps. But we are just trying to push through the rest of the story mode so that way I can get hard to work. Because we've got a lot. We've got a lot. We've got a lot. We've got a lot to work with. Oh, let's keep things moving. How does this all end? My car to the airport was somehow redirected to an empty field and I missed my flight. I wonder who that could be. Oh, look at who's at the airport.
It was you, wasn't it? You're the reason I'm missing my championship match with Bianca. Again.
Oh, it's hardly my fault. Your car service was way too willing to accommodate your new itinerary. You know, they really should have some sort of security on that. Figured the least I could do was play hooky from Raw 2 so we could have a little chat.
You really want to do this here?
Fight in an airport lounge? Absolutely not. They'd never let me back in, and I love their little mini cupcakes too much.
What?
I just want what's mine.
What exactly is that, Shotzi? I can't go back in time and hire you at TBD. I can't go back and put you in war games. Your obsession with me is unhealthy.
I agree.
What's unhealthy is theft. And I'm not just talking about war games. You may have gotten a free pass from Regal to waltz around WWE, ripping off other people's ideas, moves, and gear, but you didn't get a free pass.
We were supposed to discover who we
You're
were.
The number one contender. That should be me.
Oh my God.
Put it on the line in a match. Win or lose.
This is what she's mad about.
If it means never having to deal with your BS again, fine. You're on. But only because
some crap's gonna go down.
There's no way I lose.
So, Shotzi has been obsessed with us because things have sort of gone our way. So she's mad that we were doing other things. Like, I didn't like how we were ripping off other people's gear too. But that was only for, like, the Rhea Ripley stuff. That was only for that one storyline. The other two were pretty original, I would think, right? But, like, literally, Regal and management basically said, take risks, explore WWE. That was literally what we were supposed to do. Discover our character. Discover who we are as a WWE superstar. You can't get mad at us for that, Shotzi. We were doing what we were supposed to do. And yet, we are somehow also supposed to we're supposed to stand up for ourselves along the way. And I feel like we were sort of doing that. And I think we are continuing to do that now. But my God, what a mess this whole storyline has turned into. So we spend the whole career mode trying to discover out who we are, and we toss that all aside. I'm going to have to give that a hard no. That's what the vibe is for me anyway. At least we've gotten some continuity back into this mess. But it's like, I don't like how we're kind of made out to be the bad guy when we're just going along with what's been happening, you know, and we can't control what's happening. We can only control how we react to these things. And maybe that's where the standing up for ourselves piece comes into it. And I'm starting to see that now. And again, Christina Bennett, she has the in-ring talent, she has the charisma, she has the personality. She just doesn't have the full package together. And I thought this was what we were supposed to get in this career mode. And also, haven't we learned from our things like, remember how we were calling out Shotzi for hot-shotting things? We haven't hot-shotted all that much when you really take a look at everything. We had some blips at the very beginning a little bit, but we've been learning along the way. We have been learning along the way. I just wish it was reflected more in this. Anyway, let's get to it. Christina Bennett is risking her title opportunity on the next Raw when she finally faces Shotzi in the ring, and for a rivalry this big, it is Falls Count Anywhere. This is totally going to end well for us, right? Alrighty, we finally got Shotzi in the middle of the ring. This is going to be great. Defeat Shotzi, thank you. But yeah, I mean, having that much of an obsession is unhealthy. Like, my God. Like, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. Like, that's just how it is. Now, I don't know the nature of that. Now, it sounded like we might have done some things, but that's the past. Like, we're trying to move forward. Like, we've been trying to do this entire series. Oh. This is going to be a case where a sequel might be warranted. We need a prequel at this point, too, just to get more context into TBD and what all happened. Because it seemed like we had more people supporting us in TBD, right? Like, we were mentoring a lot of people. And we were in good graces, and it seemed like people in the locker room were starting to get behind us and stuff. I mean, you know things are kind of crazy if even, like, the champion has your back and you're the challenger, you know? But this is just like, I mean, how long ago did this happen? I'm assuming like several years back. Wow. This is something else, but I mean, at least we're able to kind of wrap up this story, because this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. Oh God, Bennett, just finish this early. Okay, well, Shotzi kicked out. That is A-okay with me. We can do it, people. We are doing what we're supposed to do. Let's try again. We're speed running through it. I know, not ideal. Alrighty, after years of antagonism, Cap has finally put Shotzi behind her. What a win. Oh, I don't like this camera angle. We can't see what's going on from the sides or from behind us. I don't think Shotzi got the memo. She's trying not to take this insult lying down. Oh, Bianca took her down. Thank you, Bianca. We appreciate you for that. The Women's World Champion just obliterated Shotzi. Looks like Bianca is just as tired of Shotzi's shenanigans as anyone. I am too. Now the champion and the #1 contender are facing off. We got a bit of a handshake here. Just shake her hand, Bennett. Shake the hand. It's finally happening. The #1 contender and the Women's World Champion will finally go one-on-one. It's about darn time. I'd agree. This is going to be an epic clash for that championship, and I can't wait to see it. I just want to know what her character is at this point. This feels very haphazard to me, and I just don't know what to make of it. Like, maybe the point is, like, maybe not every single year we should have a title win at the end, right? Like, we need more of a conclusive ending. Story complete. One last Shotzi. Love that for us. Okay. So, we have Bianca Belair up next, so story progress. So the rest of this is hidden, so I know that we're close to the end. Alright, we got 37 points. I think let us go ahead and do some aerial right here. Spend the 13 upgrade points. We still got 4 more little spots left on the clock there for the attribute points. Let's go chat with Bianca.
Thanks for having my back out there.
I was annoyed. Honestly, I think the whole WWE universe
I
did.
certainly was.
So, guess this means we're finally gonna get our match, huh?
You're pretty excited for someone who's about to get handled.
I see how it is. Well, you just go ahead and underestimate me, champ.
Oh, I don't underestimate you at all. I've seen your stuff on the indies. I know you can go, but so can I.
This should be
You've
good.
watched my indie matches? I didn't know you'd be into that.
She's doing her homework.
What? Just because I started wrestling at WWE and never had an independent run doesn't mean I can't appreciate what you did there.
Yep.
I mean, that dive off the balcony against La Congregita Loca? Wild. Self-destructive and probably ill-advised, but wild.
Man, if you had ever been a free agent when I was in TBD, I would have gladly jumped off a balcony against you too.
That sounds like a blast. Except I'm the one who would have been doing the jumping. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with how it came up, but I do sometimes wonder what an indie career would have been like for me. It sounds like an adventure.
Huh.
What?
Just gets me thinking about our match.
About whether I'm going to pin or submit you?
No, well, not exactly. Someone recently pointed out that I was lucky enough to experience a fantastical whirlwind tour when I got to WWE. I got to have the adventure. I'm wondering if I should pay it forward.
What do you have in mind?
You're confident you're gonna beat me anyway, right?
Anytime, any place.
I was really hoping you'd say that.
You want to do what?
It's just going to be 2 matches.
Best of 3 series. So yeah, it might go to, if Bianca really has no fight in her.
It'll probably go 2. That's as many as I need.
It's not the best of 3 series that gives me pause. It's the locales. It is the usual custom to defend the WWE Women's World Championship on WWE TV.
Sure, we could do that if we want to stick with what's comfortable.
Oh,
Or,
well played.
get this, we fight for the Women's World Championship in the coolest indie arenas around.
Japan? Mexico? We could even go back to your old stomping grounds in the UK. Honestly, sounds like a great way to push that grassroots international exposure you business types are always talking about.
And you know what else it sounds like?
Oh, I'm positive you'll tell me.
It sounds like a big swing. It sounds like taking advantage of every opportunity on the table. And it sounds like doing something different without being
She's
afraid
turning it around on them.
I know what you're getting at, and I'm not sure I like you turning my words back on me.
I'm sorry to interject, but this is ridiculous. It's unheard of. Allowing a WWE champion to defend at these underground indie shows? Untelevised? What about the advertisers?
Advertisers? Really?
I'm afraid Troy makes an excellent point. Marketing will hate this.
See?
Fortunately, this is not a marketing company. This is a professional wrestling company. A professional wrestling company that's going to take a swing, and whose general manager cannot wait to get on the road. The only question is, where to first?
Don't look at me. This is your world. I'm just the adventuring tourist who gets to hit you. Wherever you so choose.
Okay, this is a good direction. I kind of like it. Okay, so face Bianca in the UK at Club UK or in Mexico at Lucha Magica. All right, let's go to the UK first.
It may be my world, but I say we make it your world to start. What if we go back to your old territory? Match 1 at Club UK.
God save the king.
The best of 3 World Series for the Women's World Championship begins tonight. Bianca Belair defends against Christina Bennett in England at Club UK. Welcome to the Indies, Bianca. Welcome to my world. Your world? We'll see about that, Christina Bennett. Oh, this is going to be something else. This is going to be something else, people. But I'm actually okay with this. I want to see where all this is going now. I need to see how this wraps up, because I really don't know how this is going to wrap up, because typically don't we need to like get something accomplished at WrestleMania with these things, right? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I want to see how this all ties in together. Well, we've got the Women's World Championship matchup.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Cincinnati, Ohio, Christina Bennett.
We've got the Women's World Championship right here in Club UK. So this has gone off the rails. This has absolutely gone off the rails. But I mean, I'm intrigued to see where this goes, because I mean, like, sometimes I do wonder, like, you know, with a lot of people that are kind of more like, you know, homegrown in the WWE system of things, like, How would they fend on the indies, you know? I've always thought about that.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, the WWE Women's World Champion, Bianca Belair.
Now, I'm not talking about ones that came from the indies and then got well known or something like that in WWE. I'm talking about the ones that never went on the indies in the first place, right? Like Bianca, for example, you know, and you always kind of think about like those little matches that could get interesting for cross-promotional things. Now, I'm thinking like, do these actually count? Like, do these title matches count? Because, I mean, this is how we would rush being a multiple-time women's champion, I would think, probably, right? I don't know. This could get interesting. We'll have to see. We will certainly have to see. I still think that we just need a change of scenery at this point. Oh, we got the crowd going for Bianca. That's good to see here. Let's see what happens here. We got our best of 3 series right out of the gate against Bianca Belair. Set the tone on offense against Bianca Belair. But I mean, hey, sometimes it takes that one person to really believe in your vision, and maybe Bianca is that person, and I'm all for it. Oh boy. I do suspect that we still need something a little bit more interesting to kind of sink our teeth into, but I mean, it is what... It feels like we went through so much adventuring, and we reverted back to our old ways and didn't really move forward. Except maybe this is how we sort of take what we learned and apply to it in a bigger scale. Because wasn't that like the big thing with Geneva? She wanted us to make a bigger impact, you know, have a bigger purpose. And maybe this is our purpose, like maybe bridging our 2 worlds together more. I still would like a conclusion on Sally, because I liked how she became a tag champion. But, like, I would like to see her be a full women's champion in NXT. I want to see what happens with her. I hope we get closure on Sally, but I sincerely doubt it. But hey, I mean, if we don't, that's okay. At least she got a taste of gold before we technically did. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what will work with us moving ahead. I think I got an idea, but we'll see. Again, this is not really confirming much of anything. I'm gonna try to work on maybe an original series to kind of freshen things up a little bit, because I do suspect we could very well use a fresh start for our girl here, and that's okay. Alright, here we go. Oh, counter from Bianca there. Oh, I heard that. Even the referee felt that. Oh, oh God. Oh, I'm in pain watching this now. That all hurts. Oh boy. Oh. So we've got to come out from underneath, right? Yep, that's the case. I mean, we can't just win down here, right? Well, Bianca Belair retains her title here tonight at Club UK. So, I mean, hey, we'll take it. Hey, it's more exposure for us. It is more exposure for the independents. Good exposure for everyone, I think, right? Right. Oh, boy. So happy to have taken the trip to England for Bianca and Christina Bennett. Was incredible. Right into the Lions Den and takes the W. Just so happens that taming lions is one of my specialties. Much love, Club UK. You know how to make some noise.
Dear, dear, dear. That cannot have gone as you'd hoped.
Hey, it's more about the chase than actually winning the title, right?
Everything went exactly according to my plan of getting hit in the face a bunch.
Are you regretting giving Bianca the invitation into the Indies?
Not at all. I miss the intimacy of a smaller show, the interaction with the fans. Just didn't expect Bianca to pull the same energy from the crowd quite as easily as she did.
Bianca got very comfortable very quickly.
If she had come up in the Indies, I would have wanted her for TBD. But that's not gonna stop me from beating her at our next stop.
Which raises the question, where to next on this great tour of the world?
Excellent question. Joshi, Japan, or LAW? Okay, well, we haven't really got... Well, we did go to LAW earlier, so let's go to Joshi, Japan.
I've been giving that some thought with an ice pack on my jaw. Bianca hits hard, and so do I. So let's go to the home of strong style, Japan.
Sure, if you buy at the Japanese steakhouse we always go to.
Deal. That feels like a fitting celebration once I beat Bianca. But only the food. I'm not buying you another jacket.
Alrighty, people, we are at Joshi, Japan. This could get good. This could get good. Defeat Bianca Belair by pinfall or submission to tie the series. So, I'm guessing this is for the title then, correct? Perfect, okay. Again, I don't know if this is going to be longer or shorter, but I know y'all appreciate the longer episodes, and that's okay. And we're trying to power through and finish this thing. It is stupid late at night. I'm going to be editing this throughout the weekend, and that's okay. It's been a good time. I usually edit as I kind of go along, but I'm like, if we're this close to the end of this mess, then we'll do it. And plus, it gives me more time to work on other projects. I mean, I would say that I've enjoyed this, but have we actually learned anything? It's felt very haphazardly kind of put together this year. It's like, did we not learn a single thing in this entire storyline? Well, maybe we did, but we needed some time to kind of, like, settle into everything. Oh, huge knee right to Bianca Belair to the outside of the ring. We gotta pin or submit Bianca, so we gotta somehow win this match, which is kind of cool that we get to win here in Japan. And then we get to choose either probably Mexico or LAW, I would guess, right? For the final match, maybe? I don't know. I really don't know where it's all going. Perfect. Alrighty. Well, we're really close to the ropes there, so I don't know, people. I don't know. Okay. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, Bianca used her resiliency. We can do it, people. We can absolutely do it. I know I'm kind of rushing through some of the bits and pieces here, but we're trying to get places. We're trying to finish the story. Whatever story that we had here. Because to be honest, I don't know what the story is at this point. Seriously? I mean, okay. Again, when in doubt, use the sneaky roll-up. Or not. Everything's fine. Okay, that didn't seem fine. I'll have to jot down some notes and get something together. My brain is already burning with ideas to get the captain off the sinking ship. But I mean, hey, at least we can kind of redeem ourselves a little bit at the end. But I think she can do so much more than this, you know? I really think that she can really get a genuine fresh start. I don't know. I feel like this could have been a fresh start for her. But I kind of like how, you know, she remains true to the roots of, you know, where she came from with the independence. But it's like, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see how this ending pans out. Something doesn't feel right with me about her winning the title in a non-WWE arena after all we went through. Or did we not win the title? Is this not for the title? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing we didn't win the title. That's fine. Everything's fine. I thought this was for the title, but I could be entirely wrong. It could just be me recording stupid late because it's 11 something at night, but here we are. Alrighty, Bianca Belair and William Regal.
Ladies, it appears that you two will be going to a final match.
Fitting, really. Winning that championship will be even sweeter after going the full series.
Don't get cocky. No way you beating me twice in a row.
Before you two launch into a witty repartee, I have an update. I've just spoken to the suits in Stamford. They have thoughts.
Well, that's never good.
Word of your genuinely marvelous matches has spread, and so has the buzz. They were insistent that the next match will be on WWE television.
They want us to do the match on Raw? You promised us we could see this through in indie arenas.
Indeed I did, so I reached an agreement. We will be producing a portion of next week's Raw live from the location of your final match.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Wow. Listen, I know this is a stretch, but how would you both feel about having the match at
TBD? Yes, a surprising and unexpected suggestion from you.
So
Which is why I
surprised.
have already given instructions for the road crew to meet us there.
Wow. It's going to be super embarrassing to lose on your home turf. But I, for one, am here for it. One idea, though.
What's that?
With everything I know about TBD, and since it's the final match, kind of seems like it should be no DQ, right?
Bianca Belair? You have no idea what you just asked for. Deal. Geneva is gonna freak. Wow.
I'll second that wow. And raise you a hot damn.
They really got to work in here, didn't they? Can you believe it?
After the hectic morning I've had with the crew to get this set up, I can. I had to yell at some guy named Troy a lot. He kept wanting to cover up the TBD signage with Raw logos entirely.
Sounds like Troy. I'm really glad that I could do this for you, Geneva. For us. Did you ever imagine that we'd be here?
Honestly, you main eventing a TBD show feels pretty familiar to me. This one just has more logos.
You know what I mean? This is different. Later tonight, I'm gonna win the WWE Women's World Championship in the house we built.
Living the dream. Hey, you get ready. I've got some contracts to look at.
Same as always. But seriously, don't get too caught up in paperwork that you forget to enjoy yourself tonight. This is big. Big, big.
She's gonna screw us over this match.
It is. And I won't. But I also know you'll enjoy this enough for the both of us. Good luck out there.
I don't trust any of this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
This is kind of a weird full circle moment. Not that I expected it or anything like that, but I am actually kind of okay with it, to be honest with y'all. But, I mean, like, doesn't this kind of negate... I mean, I get that, like, we were trying to bring things to a bigger scale and everything, right? And bring our vision to a bigger scale. Wasn't that, like, the whole thing in the first place? But it's like, you mean to tell me we went through all of that, all the character work, all the shenanigans that we went through, only to be at the exact same place that we came from? Something's not jiving with me right on this. I don't know. I don't know, people. What a mess this has turned into, but hey, we're gonna roll with the punches like we always do, right? Right. Oh my god. This has been something else, people. This has truly been something else. Here we go, people. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We've got Bianca Belair making her way down to the ring here, and it's going to be interesting. It'll be very interesting, to say the least. I don't know where anything's going to go, but we're going to see what happens here. Again, this is our home turf. So, who knows where this could go? I still don't trust Geneva based on how that conversation went. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. But here we go, people. The Women's Championship is on the line here tonight. I still don't trust where any of this is going.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, Christina Bennett. And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, the WWE Women's World Champion, Bianca Belair.
Here we go, people. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We've got Christina Bennett versus Bianca Belair here tonight at TBD Women's World Championship. Let's see if we win here, people. Let us see if we win here. Win the Women's World Championship. Okay, we got to win this thing. Here at our home turf because we totally grew. Well, I mean, this was part of our vision, right? Again, like, you know, kind of bridging the gap between indie and WWE and, you know, all that stuff and bringing our vision of what TBD and wrestling could be like. But to be fair, again, this makes it look like we didn't learn anything from this entire story. And I just don't trust where anything's going. I really don't. Like, it's got to end not at WrestleMania, right? And Becky's still injured. Like, this whole thing has felt so rushed. And so slowed down at the same time. Again, I think this went off the rails around the Rhea storyline, but at least that had an exciting ending to it. I don't know how I'm feeling about this entire story this year. Again, I think we would really benefit from a fresh start. I really, really think so. Oh my goodness gracious. Again, this could be a case where we come up with something entirely different. This could be something where we freshen things up, or we just move on from things and kind of just do whatever at this point. Either way, not particularly thrilled with this story. It just feels like a mess. I don't know how else to word it. Okay, hang on here. There we go. I'm like, how do we do the springboard? There we go. And see, here's the thing. We've sort of learned a lot along the way, but we haven't really implemented much. Other than having to take risks and chances and all that. And just like that, the journey for the woman they call the Captain reaches a conclusion with a victory over Bianca Belair at Monday Night Raw, hosted at TBD. Hey, this is no 70,000 seat stadium, but on this night in this small theater, this audience feels like WrestleMania. There's nothing like WrestleMania, but I think it means a little bit more to the superstar that her first championship win happened here. Of course it did, a full circle moment. This woman has followed a long and winding road that brought her back to her beginning. Oh! What's next for the superstar? This WWE champion, the sky's the limit. We had no proper feud. Okay, finally. What's Becky Lynch doing here? She was the #1 contender until she got injured at War Games. Becky's not moving like she's injured now. What does she want? What do you think, Saxton? She wants the title.
No.
What?
Not in my ring.
TBD promoter Geneva Rose is not having it. I bet she's ride or die with her new champion. What's she going to do to stop Becky Lynch? She's going to turn on us.
You got WWE problems. Go settle them on WWE time.
I mean, this is WWE time.
Believe me when I say, if anyone tries to interrupt my best friend's hard-won moment,
It's you.
it's gonna be me.
Exactly! I knew it! Oh no, they've been best friends for years! Again, Christina Bennett. Christina can't catch a break, Bennett. You only step on people so many people. And she's paying now, but
Thanks
for what?
coming home, Cap. It was so generous for you to put this show together for me. I know you think I'm slumming it around here, but you forget that I'm proud of what we built together.
We're proud of it too! What is this?
I'm used to taking the credit for everything. So I thought it was important for me to make an appearance tonight, to set the record straight.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
You'd be nothing without me. Let me be clear. I am not just some best friend side character in your hero's journey.
You're not.
What do you think I've been
What?
doing since you left? Sitting
Running
around and
TBD?
just following your career with rapt attention?
No, she's busy.
You moved on. I didn't.
Isn't that what we were supposed to do? You told us to go to New Adventures, Geneva. Shut up, can it? God, what a mess.
When Becky approached me, I was more than happy to help turn your moment into my moment.
Oh, Lord. You can feel the bitterness from Geneva Rose, the jealousy.
Recognize this? The contract we wrote in the diner when we first started TBD. Yeah. I had it framed. Thought it was a nice touch. Especially now. Because according to this legally binding document, you're still signed exclusively.
This is making no sense!
You can't work anywhere else. You can't be champion anywhere else.
Everyone's obsessed with this, my god.
Belong to me.
First Shotzi, now Geneva's obsessed with this, my god.
See you next week, Cap. Don't be late.
What is this mess? My god, Christina Bennett cannot catch a break. But did we not call that something about Geneva didn't settle right with me from even the very beginning, because she just sounded so stressed out all the time, which I get, like, you know, when you're running a promotion, there's going to be all kinds of stuff that happens, but Christina Bennett, she was kind of the heart and soul of that promotion, on screen anyway, you know? That's what made them an effective team. She did a lot of the in-ring stuff, and Geneva did a lot of the, like, behind-the-scenes stuff. That's what made it work. I mean, you know, obviously the person, like, in charge has a say-so and things. I would think so. I don't know how any of this stuff works, but this is just what I would assume, right? But she wanted us to sign with WWE for a new adventure, so make up your mind, Geneva. What do you want for us? My god. Well, we did it. We got the championship. Wrestle World Tour. So we unlocked Club UK, Joshi, Japan, and Mexico Plaza. We're going to go ahead and end the episode here. What just happened? That's what I'm saying. Just some epic level management of a top indie promotion. Thank you very much. My god. What a mess. Alrighty, so we got a couple more stories left to go. We got 2 more stories in the pipeline, which is exciting. We're going to go ahead and try to upgrade these points here. We'll do 1 for each. Okay, I guess we can't do 1 for each. That's fine. We'll do grappling. And, yeah, we'll sort of end there. So, again, thank you all super much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you get notifications around here and that sort of thing. Did we really just go full circle? What in the world is this mess? I don't know what's happening here. But either way around, let me know what you all thought about this episode down in the comments down below. How are we feeling about this story? How are we really feeling about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you all in the next one.